Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hey, Dave, Frank from Cleveland. You need to backtrack on some of your earlier shows before Deshaun Watson was eligible to play, how you and G. Bush and everybody, this offense is going to open up and blah, blah, blah. Now it's going to take another year? I don't know. Number two is Stefanski doesn't know how to utilize his talent. I mean, if you're getting his doghouse, you're buried under the jail. Seems like to me. I mean, Kareem Hunt's going to have a fresh set of legs for some team next year. He hardly even uses the guy. He's a proven commodity. Come on, man. All right, Dave. Great show as always, but just venting a little bit, brother. Love the show. Bye.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Quincy, that's a valid point. I did say that. Now, wait. I discounted the whole Russ thing. I kind of blew that off, and it's real. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's going to take longer for him and for Kevin Stefanski to integrate him than I initially thought. That's a very valid point. I've said that.
I mean, that's a fair point, right? That it's going to take a little bit longer, and that the hope was that Watson could come in here, be his old self, and all of that. But he hasn't really been that far from what his expectation is going to be eventually going forward. Like, I felt like the Cincinnati game was like a slightly below average regular Deshaun Watson game. He kind of looks like he's just in a new system and that he could be fine going forward within the next few weeks here or there. My thing about the utilize his talent thing is, like, every time Kareem Hunt in there, y'all complain that Nick Chubb not.
Well, yeah. I still want to see.
You know what I mean? Like, what do y'all want us to do? What do y'all want him to do? Every time Kareem Hunt's in here, I get tweets from y'all, right, about how Nick Chubb's not on the field. Why are we taking Nick Chubb off the field? Why is Kareem? And now Kareem Hunt's not getting enough touches? Have we seen this team try to run the football the last 6 weeks? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Utilize talent is a crazy thing to say when Jacoby Brissett still has a top 10 QBR in the NFL right now. Like,
yeah,
I just feel like the evidence is actually leaning in the other direction with it. If you want to say the other stuff about the defense and maybe the play calling, there's some very valid arguments to make there. But, like, not utilizing his talent, Donovan Peoples-Jones might have 1,000 yards. He was a 6th-round pick.
You know what? I want to see more of it. You know, when I look at it, and my reaction was, yeah, okay. I thought it would be more explosive. I thought Njoku, I want to see Njoku in the scene. There are so many things that I know that Deshaun Watson did with the Texans from going back and looking at it that we've just scratched the surface. And, you know, I guess the way I looked at it is it was kind of ridiculous of me to think a guy wasn't going to have played in 700 games and he was going to come out and look like he did the last time he played. So I'm taking that more on me.
Yeah. Well, I feel like what we more underestimated is it's going to be blamed on Russ. It just seems like the new offense thing. Like, that's really what we didn't anticipate, is that this is a new offense. And we should have, because Jacoby Brissett struggled in this offense for like a couple of weeks before he really got going. So, yeah, the new offense thing, that's going to take – I don't think it's going to take the whole 6 games for him to look comfortable enough in the offense for you to see where it's going to go. But, you know, I think these first 2 games, the first game especially, he was just trying to get through it, right? Like, it was very clear that he was uncomfortable playing football that day because he hadn't done it in a while. That was fair. But last week did look like he was uncomfortable. It just looked like, okay, he just needs more reps in this offense and he'll be fine eventually. Yeah. Which is why I'm ultimately optimistic about it. And yeah, you know, if they finish this season off 4-2, I am more than happy with that, given the circumstances that this season started in.
Yeah, the other thing I would say is he diagnoses. You can tell he's not comfortable yet because he's not processing it as quickly as he did when he was in Houston. When he was in Houston, the last 2 seasons that he played, you could just see it was like, the ball's out and there it is. And you can still see him kind of, he's not comfortable quite yet. And that was the other thing that is pretty clear.